Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Vix Walks podcast. Today, we're incredibly excited to take you on a virtual journey to a truly unique place, Castle Drogo. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, prepare for some stunning visuals as we explore this incredible location high above the Tyne Gorge.
You're looking at a castle, imposing granite, battlements against the sky. You'd think it had witnessed centuries of history unfold. But what if I told you this very structure was the last castle built in England, finished less than a lifetime ago?
It's quite something, isn't it?
Let's dive straight into the story of Castle Drogo.
Yeah, what makes Castle Drogo so compelling is precisely that paradox. A 20th century castle, rooted in these really age-old aspirations,
Right.
perched dramatically above the Tyne Gorge on Dartmoor's edge. Its construction, well, it was between 1911 and 1930. It really speaks volumes about that enduring human desire for legacy, you know?
Absolutely. And the man behind this ambition was Julius Drew. He was a self-made millionaire, wasn't he? Through his home and colonial stores.
That's right.
And his vision wasn't just about wealth. It was about establishing a lineage, connecting himself to what he believed were his ancestral roots right there.
Yeah, back to a medieval figure, Drogo de Tenia, or so he thought. It's fascinating how this reflects a particular drive, especially in the early 20th century, for those who'd achieved new wealth. Building a castle like this, it could be seen as a powerful statement of arrival, you know? A way to sort of tangibly embed a family name into the historical landscape.
And to bring this vision to life, Drew enlisted Sir Edwin Lutyens, already a pretty renowned architect.
Hugely renowned.
But interestingly, Lutyens' initial reaction wasn't exactly a resounding call for battlements and towers, was it?
No, not quite. He apparently confessed he'd much rather design Drew de Tenia a delicious, lovable house. That was his phrase.
The delicious, lovable house. I like that.
It really highlights the dynamic, doesn't it, between a client's often quite romantic vision and an architect's more grounded, maybe even practical sensibilities.
Yeah.
It's a creative tension that can sometimes lead to, well, truly unique outcomes, like we see with Drogo.
It certainly is unique. You can see echoes of medieval fortresses, Tudor grandeur, and even hints of the modern era all woven together. But the scale of what Drew initially imagined was far greater than what we see today, wasn't it?
Oh, indeed. The castle, as it stands, it represents only about a third, maybe, of Lutyens' original grand design.
Really? Only a third?
Yeah, it would have enclosed this vast courtyard with imposing wings to the west and north. But economic realities ultimately dictated something a bit more modest, though still substantial.
So the ambition had to be scaled back, mainly due to costs.
Significantly, yeah. And one key factor that really inflated those costs was Drew's firm insistence on doubling the thickness of all the walls.
Doubling them. Why?
Well, he was determined to achieve this sense of impregnable authenticity. You can understand his desire for that solidity, I suppose.
Right, that castle feel.
Exactly, but it had a major impact on the budget and the lengthy construction schedule.
And that schedule spanned nearly 2 decades, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
World War I undoubtedly threw a spanner in the works.
Oh, absolutely. Huge impact. Shortages of materials, labor, everything.
And tragically, Drew also lost his eldest son during the war.
Yes, Adrian, in 1917. The war's impact was just profound. It went beyond the logistical challenges to a deeply personal level for Drew. That loss likely shifted his priorities, cast a shadow over the whole thing.
You have to think it did. We should also give credit, shouldn't we, to John Coates Walker, Drew's agent.
Yes.
He's often called the unsung hero of this massive undertaking, managing the construction through all those years.
Walker was absolutely pivotal. He was the man on the ground, the orchestrator, navigating everything from, the nitty-gritty of quarrying granite to the complex logistics of getting materials across Dartmoor.
Quite a job.
Without his dedication, it's honestly hard to imagine the castle ever reaching completion.
And in the end, Julius Drew only lived in the finished castle for about a year before his death in 1931.
Just 1 year after all that.
It's a powerful testament to his unwavering vision that it was completed at all. And I love this quote from the architectural critic Christopher Hussey.
Oh, the Hussey quote, yes.
The ultimate justification of Drogo is that it does not pretend to be a castle, it is a castle.
As a castle is built of granite on a mountain in the 20th century. It beautifully encapsulates Drogo's essence, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's not some, superficial imitation of the past, but a genuine interpretation of the castle form for its time, using modern approaches even while drawing on historical styles.
And the choice of materials is so crucial to its character that local granite makes it feel like it's organically grown out of the Dartmoor landscape.
Precisely. The granite, it was sourced from quarries nearby, within about 30 miles, I think. It was intentionally selected to harmonize with that rugged Dartmoor terrain.
Gives it that profound sense of belonging.
Yeah, as though it's always been a natural feature there.
The exterior definitely has that imposing, almost fortress-like quality. You've got the parapets, even a working portcullis.
He really went for it, didn't he? It conjures up images of medieval defense, even if its purpose here was, well, more symbolic.
But while the exterior evokes that sort of Norman strength, stepping inside reveals a more nuanced story.
That's right. Lutyens skillfully blended elements from, say, the Tudor and Georgian periods. He achieved a cohesive feel, though, through a pretty restrained palette and his underlying design principles, strong geometric forms, consistent use of materials.
And despite its historical appearance, Castle Drogo was surprisingly forward-thinking from the start, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It had its own electricity.
From hydro turbines.
Yeah, generated right there by the river. Plus lifts, telephones, all pretty cutting edge for the early 20th century.
It highlights Drogo's unique position, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At that sort of intersection of history and modernity.
It really does. It embraced technological advancements while referencing the architectural language of the past. It underscores that it was meant as a functional, albeit incredibly grand, family home.
I also read about the ingenious design of the staircases, how the service staircase was cleverly integrated within the main one.
Ah, yes. That's a hallmark of Lutyens' design philosophy, a masterful combination of efficiency and, well, grandeur.
Very clever.
Encasing the service staircase within the main stairwell, it just shows his ability to seamlessly blend practical needs with architectural drama.
And the undercroft, initially intended for more utilitarian purposes, eventually became the crypt chapel.
That's right. After the really ambitious plans for the Great Hall were abandoned,
Quite a transformation.
it speaks to the evolving nature of the project, I think, and the adaptability of Lutyens' design. The undercroft, first conceived as just a foundational element, found this new, more spiritual significance as the family chapel.
Now, the gardens are also a huge part of the Castle Drogo experience, aren't they? Offering that formal contrast to the wild beauty of Dartmoor.
Absolutely integral. Lutyens designed them, with early planting by George Dillistone.
Okay.
And later, Gertrude Jekyll actually had input on the driveway planting.
Ah, Jekyll. Of course.
The gardens were carefully conceived as a vital extension of Lutyens' architectural vision. They provide that structured, colorful counterpoint to the wild surroundings. You've got the terraces, formal borders, the sunken center, all reflecting his signature style.
And there's such a variety within them. Rose beds, yew arbors, herbaceous borders filled with heritage varieties, apparently.
Yeah, old varieties, lupins, hollyhocks, that sort of thing. And that charming circular croquet lawn. It sounds like a truly enchanting place to wander.
It really does.
The diverse planting ensures there's something dynamic throughout the seasons. You get the classics, but also more exotic things like yuccas and magnolias. And that circular croquet lawn, it offers a unique and playful focal point.
And for the youngest member of the Drew family, there was even a miniature house. The Bunty house.
Yes, a perfect little replica. It's such a sweet personal detail.
Adds a delightful touch of whimsy, doesn't it?
And personal history. It reminds you that even within this grand castle, the joys of family life were central.
But building such a grand structure in such an exposed location, I mean, it was always going to face a significant challenge. The weather.
Absolutely. The relentless Dartmoor weather, constant wind and rain.
Yeah.
Castle Drogo's dramatic location high on the moor has subjected it to a relentless assault from the elements. Really, since day one, water penetration has been a persistent issue.
Right from the start.
Pretty much, stemming from, well, flaws in the original construction and an over-reliance on what proved to be inadequate asphalt roofing.
I understand it was leaking even before it was fully completed.
That's the story, yeah. That initial approach clearly wasn't up to the Dartmoor climate, and even removing the granite paving on the roofs in the 1960s.
Which was meant to hide the asphalt.
Exactly, but it actually made things worse. It exacerbated the problems and compromised Lutyens' original aesthetic.
So it just underscored the immense challenges of maintaining such an ambitious project. in that kind of demanding environment.
Yeah.
It's remarkable that the National Trust has been continuously battling these leaks since they acquired the property in 1974.
A long, long battle.
And a recent 5-year restoration project to finally make it watertight, that sounds like a truly massive undertaking.
The scale of that restoration was immense. It involved the painstaking removal and replacement of thousands of granite blocks.
Thousands. Wow.
Yeah, refurbishing nearly 1,000 windows and replacing over 60,000 meters. That's what, nearly 40 miles of pointing.
Incredible amount of work. And they had to embrace modern waterproofing technology, didn't they? Like the Bowder system.
Yes, alongside more traditional breathable lime mortar, a more sympathetic replacement for the original problematic materials.
So a blend of old and new techniques.
Exactly. The adoption of contemporary waterproofing solutions, combined with historically appropriate materials like Italian hydraulic lime mortar, was crucial to finally address the root causes of the leaks, while, respecting the castle's historical integrity.
And the chapel roof served as a trial run.
Yes, the successful repairs there served as a vital learning experience, a sort of test bed for the methods used on the rest of the project.
I can only imagine the complexities of sourcing granite from specific quarries to maintain the castle's original appearance. That must have been incredibly meticulous.
Oh, absolutely. Ensuring the visual consistency of the granite required a highly detailed approach. Careful sourcing from original quarries where possible, or meticulously matching new stone to the existing fabric. That commitment to preserving the castle's look was paramount.
And throughout all these conservation efforts, the National Trust has also remained dedicated to preserving and sharing the castle's story with visitors.
Yes, it's about more than just fixing leaks. It's about understanding and interpreting the legacy of Castle Drogo,
making its fascinating history accessible.
Absolutely. The conservation work wasn't just structural repairs, it was also about safeguarding its cultural significance. And actually, the opportunity for visitors to witness the restoration work in progress proved to be a unique draw for many people.
I bet.
Yeah.
Now, after Julius Grew passed away, his wife and son continued to live at Castle Drogo, didn't they?
They did, yes, for quite some time.
And it even played a role as a refuge for homeless babies during World War II.
That's right. A poignant and maybe a lesser-known part of its history.
It highlights the castle's evolution, becoming a sanctuary during a time of great upheaval.
Demonstrating its capacity to adapt to changing societal needs, really.
Then, in 1974, Anthony Drew and his son generously donated the castle and a significant portion of the surrounding land to the National Trust.
A crucial act. And it holds the distinction of being the first 20th century building acquired by the Trust.
That's interesting, a turning point for them.
Yeah, recognizing the importance of more recent historical structures.
In exploring the National Trust collections online, you get a glimpse into the fascinating array of objects inside Castle Drogo, things reflecting the Drew family's life tapestries, inlaid tables.
And furniture specifically designed by Lutens himself.
Ah, right, part of his overall vision.
These collections provide invaluable insights into the tastes and lifestyle of the Drew family and their deep connection to the castle. The Lutens furniture is particularly significant.
And even something like the caisson organ in the chapel is undergoing careful conservation.
It is. It's a testament to the dedication to preserving all facets of the castle's heritage, even its musical history.
So, for anyone listening who's planning a visit, Castle Drogo offers all the expected amenities, right?
Yeah.
Shop, cafe.
Definitely. And I hear their Devon cream teas are a real treat.
Oh, you have to, don't you?
It's practically obligatory in Devon, plus convenient parking, picnic areas, and good accessibility provisions too.
Sounds like a well-rounded visit.
It offers a rich experience, blending the architectural grandeur with the natural beauty of its surroundings, and ensuring a comfortable visit for everyone.
And there are always upcoming events like the Castle Drogo Flower Festival, and those fascinating roof tours, weather permitting, of course.
Always check ahead for those, yes. But the ongoing program of events and exhibitions ensures that Castle Drogo remains a vibrant and engaging destination, offering fresh perspectives on its history, architecture, and gardens throughout the year.
And let's not forget the historic hydro turbine, that impressive feat of engineering that once powered this remote castle.
You can even take a walk down to see it. It stands as this compelling example of early sustainable technology, reflecting Julius Drew's innovative spirit.
Offers a tangible connection to the castle's self-sufficient past.
Exactly.
So, Castle Drogo truly stands apart, a 20th century castle with this incredible narrative of ambition, architectural vision pushed to its limits.
And that constant dialogue, that battle almost, with the forces of nature.
Yeah. It remains a remarkable monument to Julius Drew's determined vision and Sir Edwin Lutyen's architectural brilliance.
A unique fusion of historical inspiration and modern ingenuity, forever shaped by its dramatic Dartmoor setting.
And it's a story that continues to unfold, doesn't it? Thanks to the dedicated conservation work of the National Trust.
Absolutely. It's in safe hands now.
So if you ever find yourself in Devon, make sure to include Castle Drogo in your itinerary. It's located near Exeter, accessible by car, and even, I think, via public transport with a bit of a scenic walk involved.
Experiencing Castle Drogo firsthand, well, it allows you to truly grasp the scale of this endeavor, the beauty of its design, and the sheer drama of its location in a way that, words and pictures can only begin to convey.
Definitely worth the trip then.
Yeah.
So here's a final thought for you listening. In an age of mass production and rapid change, what does it signify to build a castle? And what can the enduring story of Castle Drogo, with its grand ambitions, its formidable challenges, and its ongoing preservation, tell us about our relationship with the past and maybe the enduring power of the natural world?
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Vix Walks. If you enjoyed learning about Castle Drogo and are interested in discovering more fascinating places and walks, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast feed. We have many more adventures planned, and you won't want to miss them. See you next time.